Australia's most iconic animal is dying. And we're doing something about it.
We're determined to eliminate chlamydia from naturally occurring in the population of koalas inside our Barrington Wildlife Sanctuary. If we succeed, and we will, our koalas will become some of the most valuable cohort of the species in our nation.
Nationwide chlamydial disease is the #1 enemy of koalas. Left untreated, this horrible infectious disease can make koalas infertile and it can even be fatal. In our 400-hectare Barrington Wildlife Sanctuary, we have a small cohort of naturally occurring koalas. 2 years ago, we conducted drone surveys to capture and test these koalas. It was big news at the time and sadly confirmed the disease chlamydia in our population. Since then, we've gathered our forces, raised funds, researched options, and know the solution. This year, we must capture and health check every koala, eradicate chlamydia once and for all, and make sure our sanctuary is a clean slate for koala care. So for 1 week, we gathered together the nation's most expert koala capture and care team up at Aussie Ark. This included ecologists and vets from Ecosure and Endeavour Veterinary Ecology, or EVE. We worked for 7 days, 24 hours a day.
All right, taking off.
So from the start, we have drone pilots that will fly drones at night, try and find the koalas through heat detection.
Koala!
Once that happens, they'll send us locations of koalas that they've found through the night, and our catching team goes out.
The most special discovery was this pair, Mother Banksia and her little Joey Gaimea. One by one, the koalas were brought to the awaiting vet team. The biggest focus of the vet check was testing for chlamydia. This horrible infectious disease is having a devastating impact on our wild koalas, impacting everything from eyesight to fertility. If not treated, it can cause them to become sterile and even cause death.
We do a really comprehensive examination on the koalas. We'll give them an anaesthetic where they'll be able to fall asleep and be examined quite thoroughly under anaesthetic. From there, we'll do a physical exam, an external exam, make sure they've got no injuries or no external abnormalities. We'll do an ultrasound of their kidneys, their bladder, and their reproductive system. Make sure they've got no chlamydial disease, that's where we'll find most of it. And then we'll do some blood tests, we'll do some urine tests, bone marrow, and we'll also do an abdomen tap, where we'll take a sample of the abdominal fluid. From there, we'll also take some swabs for chlamydia so that we can run PCR, so test to run whether they're chlamydia positive or not.
Our pioneering pilot project to eliminate chlamydia from our koalas in the Barrington Top Sanctuary is not easy. We captured 8 koalas, 4 males and 4 females.
Left sclera is markedly congested.
Of those, 5 had chlamydia, 2 females and 3 males. They had to be transferred away from the Ark to koala hospitals for treatment. The team recorded their journeys with their iPhones. Chlamydia creates cysts in the ovaries. Both females had these cysts and were sadly infertile. They underwent surgery to remove the cysts, which will help them live pain-free and otherwise healthy. In 3 weeks, they will be retested, and once they're chlamydia-free, all 5 will be released into the sanctuary. The other 3 koalas we captured were chlamydia-free, which was amazing. That included mother koala Banksia and little Gaimea. Each of the chlamydia-free koalas were fitted with innovative K-Tracker biotelemetry collars, which provide a purpose-built GPS tracking system for ongoing monitoring and intervention. They also had a backup transmitter placed under the skin.
That's on. So that's all good, ready to go.
The intel and surveillance we get from this is amazing. It records their location and movements every 2 hours, so we can keep a constant eye on them. My favourite release was Banksia and Gaimea. One of the team filmed it on their iPhone. Using Banksia's collar, we can now keep an eye on her movements as she continues to raise Gaimea. The 5 koalas with chlamydia will also be fitted with these collars and trackers once they're treated. The Eve and Ecosure team erected base stations within the sanctuary to receive the radio transmissions.
Oh, I'm happy, active. I gave it a bit of a bump. This is a solar panel that gives the base station here all the power, and also the cellular antenna here gets the mobile reception. And this little antenna here goes all the way up to the top, and that's what picks up the koala tags. We've got good elevation, and that's where all the koalas will be, Aussie Ark property.
We're so thrilled to be part of this amazing project. With all of the threats that koalas face, veterinary intervention like this will become critical to their survival so that we have healthy, breeding, resilient populations like Aussie Ark are creating to secure the future of this Aussie icon.
There are many future steps for this exciting project. We will need to retest for chlamydia a couple of times to ensure we have treated all of the koalas, and there will be many wonderful releases, further drone ops, academic studies and exciting conservation partnerships. And once we have our chlamydia-free population, we can add to it, building up one of Australia's most genetically robust insurance populations. This can then be used as a pilot project and inspiration for the management of koalas along the entire east coast of Australia.
The Barrington Wildlife Sanctuary is the perfect place to achieve this goal. This 400 hectare site is already feral free, and it's fenced to keep it that way. And it's rich in koala habitat. We can keep our koalas contained, and we can easily monitor them year round. And we have to do this work. And the koala is really the face of Australia. People in every corner of our planet recognise this animal. When people hear the name koala, we think cute, we think fluffy, we think teddy bear. I see different koalas, I see suffering, I see pain, I see enduring. It's confronting for anyone to see wildlife suffering. Sick koalas, they need to be seen. This is the reality. This is what they face. This is what our work is trying to fix. This is what we're working to protect against, not just to save the koala, but to remove the suffering. And you can help us with that. To secure a disease-free future for each of our koalas, it costs over $60,000 per koala. So Aussie Ark needs your help, big time. We need Australians to join this mission, and let's work together to save our most famous Australian animal. Please donate today at aussieark.org.au.